Starting with some breaking news coming in, TMC's West Bengal General Secretary and spokesperson Kunal Ghosh has been censored by the party for 14 days. The action has been taken for the comment that he had made against the now sacked West Bengal minister, suspended party leader Partha Chatterjee. The reason for this being the unparliamentary language that he had used. Action being taken against the State General Secretary for speaking up on Partha Chatterjee. The reason that has been given by the party is that unparliamentary language had been used. Tanushree is joining us live with more details on this. Tanushree, the action that the TMC has taken on Kunal is for the statement that he made against Partha Chatterjee. The party says he had used unparliamentary language.
Well, certainly, if you see, when Partha Chatterjee was arrested, he was sent to judicial custody. Kunal Ghosh had made a statement that Partha Chatterjee will now understand how it feels to be in jail, because we know that a few years back, Kunal Ghosh had also been jailed in the Sharda issue. But at that point of time, according to Kunal Ghosh, Partha Chatterjee had made some comments against him being in jail, and that Partha Chatterjee had made comments on Kunal Ghosh saying that there was conspiracy. Now, this time when Partha Chatterjee has been jailed and he had made a comment saying that there was conspiracy, at that point in time, Kunal Ghosh had stated that now Partha Chatterjee would understand how it feels to be jailed. According to Trinamool Congress sources, we are getting to know that he has been censored from the party for the next 14 days. But till now, no official letter has been issued by the party in this regard to Kunal Ghosh. But still, certainly, it is a step that the party has taken regarding the comments that Kunal Ghosh has made. And therefore, the strictest action, because he is a spokesperson for the next 14 days, he has been censored by the party because of the comments that were made. Back to studio.
Okay, so Tanushree, this means that he can't make any statements on behalf of the party despite being the spokesperson. In fact, he was one of the first TMC leaders who had also spoken up when these charges were leveled against Partha Chatterjee. And he had initially claimed that it's a BJP conspiracy. Then he also said that if he is accused, then he should face the consequences. Also saying that he will know what it's like to spend time in jail. But with the action now being taken against the TMC leader, how is it going to play out politically?
Well, absolutely, certainly for the next 14 days, Kunal Ghosh would not be able to hold any press conferences, would not be able to give any reactions, and certainly this step being taken, we have never seen Trinamool Congress taking such a stringent step and such quick action. But certainly, as we understand, since the comments he has made, therefore this step is being taken. Also, it might have a implication politically, because if you see, the BJP has been head over heels. The BJP has gone ahead and said that the buck does not stop at Partha Chatterjee, it will end in Kalighat. So certainly with Kunal Ghosh making such statements that now Partha Chatterjee will understand how it feels to be in the jail and other things, the BJP would certainly make this an issue. That is what is likely to happen, because we already know that BJP has been campaigning with a chor dharo jail bharo, which is capture the thieves and fill the jails. So
in fact, stay on with us. We have a reaction coming in from the BJP after Kunal Ghosh was censored. BJP reacting. The BJP IT cell chief Amit Malviya saying scam tainted Kunal Ghosh, who has been censored for commenting on Partha Chatterjee, had this to say in September 2014. If there is anyone who has directly or indirectly benefited the most from Sharda media, that person is Mamata Banerjee. So his previous comments on Mamata Banerjee also coming back to haunt him. The BJP putting out this statement. Who all in the TMC will Mamata Banerjee censor? Tanushree, so that's the reaction coming in from the BJP. His previous statements against Mamata Banerjee also coming in. Before I come to you, Mr. Amit Malviya is on the phone line with us. Mr. Amit Malviya, your first reaction on the TMC action censoring the leader for the statement he made on Partha Chatterjee?
Well, let's not forget, Kunal Ghosh himself is scam tainted. In the Sharda media, he was interrogated by the CBI, and then in September 2014, he is on record saying that Mamata Banerjee is the biggest beneficiary, directly or indirectly, of the Sharda scam. So who all will Mamata Banerjee actually censor in her party? every other individual is corrupt, is knee-deep in corruption, and they have been corrupt because they had the tacit support from Mamata Banerjee. From Anubrato Mandal, the violent district president of Mamata Banerjee, to Partha Chatterjee, she has been out there on the limb saving each one of them. It's about time the law catches up, and Mamata Banerjee really has to admit that she ran a despotic state which is now in financial ruins. Perhaps it's time that she steps out and allows the state to heal and move on. The TMC has done huge damage to West Bengal.
Right. In fact, you've also tweeted out a statement that he had spoken in 2014, where he had spoken out against Mamata Banerjee.
That's right. And Kunal Ghosh is on record in full public saying that Mamata Banerjee is the biggest beneficiary of Sarda scam, which is also under investigation. And Kunal Ghosh continues to be under investigation.
Mr. Malviya, can I request you to stay on with us? We have Mr. Mandal of the TMC as well who's joining us. Let's listen into his side as well. Mr. Mandal, if you can tell us action that has been taken against Kunal Ghosh for a statement that he made against the party has censored him completely for 14 days. Mr. Mandal, are you with us? Okay, all right. Apologies for that. Mr. Amit Malviya, please go ahead. Okay, all right. We'll go back to Tanushree on that. Tanushree, we're seeing political reactions coming in from both sides. Amit Malviya has put out a statement that Kunal Ghosh had made in 2014, but more importantly, saying in the way that the TMC is going, you're taking action against one leader after the other, but with the kind of scam-tainted leaders that are there in the party, the action that would be taken would leave TMC with no other leaders. Let's take that across to Mr. Mandal, who's back on the phone line with us. Can you explain the action that has been taken against Kunal Ghosh? What was the reason for it? Which was the comment? And does the action mean he can make no statement for the next 14 days?
So I think the party is extremely sensitive about such statements being made in the public. He might have said something in his personal capacity, but when you are doing a press, you are not supposed to say all these things. I think this is something that the party... Our stand on that particular issue is amply clear. First of all, I'm not going to say to the BJP's vilest and wildest of allegations I was hearing from one of their spokespersons who got thumping bitten by the people of Bengal when he was in charge of Bengal. I'm not going to react to Mr. Malviya what he said. What I wish to say is that the party, if you are saying something in public,
Okay, but the statement that he had made is now he would know what it's like to be in jail. Is the TMC controlling the statements that are coming in from the spokespersons? How do you explain this censorship on the spokespersons of the party?
Whoever the person is, the party stand is amply clear that we are not really supposed to make any comment, complex, adverse, or otherwise about the judicial proceeding. We are watching how the judiciary works or how the investigative agency works in this particular matter. That's what we are supposed to do. And when you are speaking as a party spokesperson, he might have had some personal problem because he himself was in jail for a reason which is yet to be validated in the court of law. That is quite understandable. So he might have said from his own, what can you possibly call angst or anxiety, but we do appreciate his concern. But when you are speaking as a party spokesperson in front of the party forum, you should be completely aware of the party stand. I think the TMC has done what it should have.
Okay, but wouldn't it be seen as double standards because Mamata Banerjee has also taken action against him? He was sacked as minister on the charges that have been leveled against him.
That was taken, giving the benefit of doubt to the people, understanding the voice of the people, their concern, despite the fact that Mr. Partha Chatterjee was a very important part of the party and the government. TMC did not hesitate to respond to the people. And we are waiting for the final verdict. If the person is cleared of all the charges, come back with honor in the party.
Okay, all right. Mr. Mandal, thank you for joining us with your point of view on the action that the TMC has taken. We'll keep an eye out for that. For now, shifting our focus to other big stories that are just coming in.